Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Kaylan Alex. If you are new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe, become part of the family. And if you're returning, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be chatting about some black-owned products or makeup brands that I either use and I love and know already, or a few that I'm just trying out for the first time. So I'm really excited about this video and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, and as you can see, my setup is not my typical setup. As I've mentioned in a previous video, we're doing some upgrading, so this is all temporary. But I'm using the Fenty primer. I think this is the hydrating primer is what I'm gonna use. I really like this product for my face. It feels really nice on the skin and it smells really good, so I like that, or at least I like the smell. It smells like baby powder or something, I don't know, but it's really pleasing. So now this is a new product, but I feel like I'm probably the last person that has talked about it. It's the Pat McGrath foundation. I'm really excited to try this. I actually just opened it, so this is gonna be kind of like my first impressions of it. First of all, can we get into this packaging? Like, how cute is this? And it like opens up at the top. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it, but this is new to me. It in the shade medium 21. I would have preferred medium 22, I think, from when I like kind of did a little demo in the store. It was all restricted, so I couldn't really figure it out, but we're gonna try this and see what it's like. But this is, it's definitely a lighter coverage, but I definitely feel it being buildable, so that's nice. And it doesn't weigh the skin down, so that's also nice. I also typically don't go in with a whole lot of foundation because I do use a lot of other products, foundation, bronzers, powders, and things of that sort. So I kind of keep, I said foundations, concealers. So I kind of keep my foundation down to a minimum, just so I'm not putting a whole bunch of extra products that I don't need on my skin. Try this Fenty concealer. This is the first time I'm using this concealer. I wasn't able to swatch it to see if this was going to be my actual highlight shade, so I'm just praying that it works. I have it in 350. I am 370 in the hydrating foundation, so let's see. Okay, I probably would have went in with something a little less warm. I did not care for the first foundation that launched by Fenty. It didn't work for me. My skin is pretty normal, but for some reason I could not find my shade, like my perfect shade, or I don't know, maybe my skin type. It was just, it didn't work out for me. So I tried the hydrating one and loved it. Like, that's one of my favorite foundations, the hydrating, and like I said, I'm 370 in it. Tell me why. Funny story. So I purchased the hydrating foundation once before. I purchased it twice. The first time I purchased it, I got the shade that I figured I was. You know, this is a lesson to get samples if you can, and make sure that when you wear the foundation, you're trying it in another light outside of the store. Because I purchased the shade I thought I was based on the lighting in the store, and have been wearing it, and it was too dark. I am 370, like I said. I purchased 410, and the whole time I was wearing it. Now I noticed that it was a little dark, but I figure it's just like any other type of foundation that I would usually buy that's a little warmer than my skin, but I lighten it up with concealer, so you couldn't really tell. But when I would wear it by itself, you could tell that it was dark, and my mom noticed it, and she didn't even say anything to me. She just kind of like looked like, and kept going. And I went back to the store to, you know, see other colors and to try to match me a little better, and come to find out that was way too dark for me. Not way too dark, but it was darker than what I would usually wear for foundation. Moral of the story, make sure that you try the foundation on in real light. Take some pictures. Don't just be out here making it work because you can. I like this concealer, and I was nervous about it because I think it is like, it released with the first foundation, so I was kind of hesitant about trying it because I didn't feel like it would work for me. But this looks really nice on the skin. I feel like it complements the foundation as well, so far so good. I'm gonna take this Fenty cream bronzer, and I'm in the shade Teddy to bronze, and it's the cream one. So I've been really into creams lately. Honestly, I prefer to bronze versus contour because I prefer to just warm up the skin a little bit versus the shadows that a contour gives, which I've mentioned this before, but I just thought I'd mention it again. I'm going to use this Juvia's Place Stick Foundation, and I don't really know how to say this. Abidjan. I really love this. Like, I love how creamy the formula is, and it blends really nicely, so that's nice. Then after I've went in with and blended everything, I like to go back with my beauty blender just to make sure that everything is seamless and there are no harsh strokes or anything like that. I'm going to set with this Fenty setting powder in Banana. Now, I will say that I have tried this before and wasn't a huge fan of it because it was a little too yellow, and I prefer a translucent powder. But I'm gonna give it another try, see how it is, and if I can make it work. Okay, so I think I like the setting powder. It's cool, it's nice, it can work. Now I'm gonna take the Fenty powder bronzer in Caramel Cutie to set my bronzer. And I have literally almost used this bronzer up. I really like it. I'm going to use the Fenty cream bronzer in, what is this, Strawberry Drip. Now typically you want to put powders on after creams, but sometimes I like to go over my powders with the cream in this case because it's a blush, and if I need to touch up or something, I will go over the powder with the cream or liquid. But typically you don't want to do that, so I just want to put that disclaimer out. And I'm just going to apply this with my finger because I don't want to use too much. Honestly, I'm not much of a blush girl, so I like to just really use the bare minimum. Wow, most of my products are Fenty products, so this is really like a Fenty review. I'm gonna use this Fenty Beauty Highlight Duo Kilowatt Highlighter Duo in Me Money and Hustler Baby, and I just like to really mix these two and apply them. I really like Hustler Baby. I think it looks really nice, and I love a gold highlight. So now I'm going to take this Fenty brow pencil, and this is my first time actually using this. It is in the shade, I think medium brown is the one I got. Yes, medium brown. Now I'm just taking that Fenty concealer that I used earlier just to clean under my brows a little bit, make them look a little sharp. And I'm also going to bring this concealer down just to use as an eyeshadow base. This concealer does dry down a little swift. Especially if you're trying to use it as an eyeshadow base, you kind of want to move fast. So I'm going to be using this Juvia's Place the Nubian eyeshadow palette. I've had this palette for a while and I like it. I have it in my makeup kit, so it's, you know, a good neutral color palette to use. This is what the inside of it looks like. I'm gonna start with this shade, that right here above the crease, kind of in the crease a little bit. If you're using it to conceal or highlight, definitely got to move quick. And also if you're using it to do as I'm doing as an eyeshadow base, I honestly wouldn't recommend it for that purpose because it dries rather quickly. So now I'm gonna take this darker brown or deeper brown and go just a little bit in my crease. Now I'm gonna take this shimmer color and place that all over my eyes. I didn't want to do too much on the eyes. I kind of want to keep it, you know, glam, but a little toned down. So next, I'm taking this Fenty liquid liner, and because I'm black, to line my eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the Uma's Beauty lipstick. It's probably not going to focus on it. And Diana, which is this really, really, really pretty red. I think it's so pretty. So guys, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I really, really like the foundation. It was really nice. I expected nothing less than what I got, and the concealer was really I liked the concealer. It did dry down quicker than what I was expecting, but overall still love it. The foundation, the reviews that I saw on it, because I was hesitant to buy it because, like I said, people were saying that it was sheer and it's not so full coverage. We all know that Miss Pat McGrath does more runway and, you know, things of that sort. And I highly recommend the foundation. If you're on the fence about getting it, get it. Like, just get it. It's really worth the hype, and I love it. So, oh, my nails match my lips. I guess I'm having a red moment right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to thumbs up, go ahead and like it, drop a nice comment down below, and subscribe so that you can, you know, be aware and notified of all the goodness that happens over here. And go ahead and click the bell so you get a notification when I post. But I would love you, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.